Hello everyone, welcome in my channel Windows Form, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to perform the CRUD operations using Access database in C#. So that you can create a new application like Windows Form app.NET framework, and the language is C#, and you have to access your Access database, the simple thing, by using binding navigator, or you can say the binding source. So first of all, design the form by using the label buttons and data grid view control, like Now okay, after that you have to raise some events related to your data grid view and search box. So that event is related to the data grid view, and after that you have to create a new table inside your Access database. So just first of all create a new database in Access by using the blank database, and the database name is employee database. Okay, and just create it, and also you have to create a table by using you have to change the name of the table by using Control S to save as a table. So the employee is a table name, and you can see that the column and the value. So just I want to change the definition of your table of your Access database. So just right click on the table name employee in the left panel and change in the design view. Now you will see that the field name and the data types. So that is the ID is auto number, and similarly you have to add some fields in the table, and just press it OK to edit in the edit mode. And ID, name, phone number, email address, and the address is the final thing you have to edit. And last one is the image, and that their data type is OLEDB. Okay, so you have to design it and connect it with the data source. Okay, so let's have to create it first of all. Okay, now saved it, and you will see that that is the final thing of your table. And just close it and choose data source in the Visual Studio in the data source tab, and first of all select the database, click next, and you will see that the connection string, but you have to choose a new change database source. So the database source is Microsoft Access data source, and the default username is admin at here. So there is no changes, but the source file will be selected in from the document where your file exists, you can say. So the first of all click on the test connection. After succeeded your test connection, press OK button and click to the next button, and there is the connection you selected use a local database file. So just click and save your connection string in that app.config file, like the employee database. You will see that employee database dataset. So that is your name, dataset name, that is the dataset name, you can say, and that dataset hold the employee table. Okay, so the app.config file, you will see you are seeing the connection string. Okay, so the similar thing you can do, just first of all here we have a tables, employee table, and just I want to connect with these text boxes like name, phone number, email, and address. So first of all also remember that ID is not incremented automatically. So first of all incremented in XST file, okay, dataset file, you can say. So just close it, and after that you can set the binding properties. So database binding, that is the data binding properties at here, and that just text you have to change it with the dataset is there, and employee database dataset, and just select it name. Similarly all these properties you have to set it for the phone number, for the email, and the address. And also set the image property of your navigator, not the text property, that is the image property of your image. Okay, that's fine. Now the binding property of your control are set successfully. Now after that you have to tag just after when we click on the tab button. So just set the tab order like that, 0, 0.1, 0.2, that is the order when you select your tab buttons. Okay, So just press it. Okay, after that you have to just go to the view, and again the tab order, just click on it. Okay, so the next thing you can do in your that line will be automatically created by your data set, so there is a no need to edit this. So when your form is load, that means your employee binding source, I mean to say that we have a data source. So employee binding source dot data source, what that is the XST file. So employee database data set, that is the your data set dot employee, that is your binding source. Okay, so similarly you have to code on the on all these buttons. So when we click on the save button, what will be happen? So that is just leave it for your try and catch block. Just only create a exception message box dot show, and in which you can pass message box buttons, that is okay. And the icons is looking like an error. Message box icons dot error. Okay, now the button that is the exception message. Now after that you got the exception just binding source that reset the bindings also. So you can say that employee binding source, just paste it here, employee binding source dot reset bindings is false. Okay, reset your bindings. So that is the code on the save button. Now click on the cancel button. Just you have to when we press on the cancel button, your panel where your image and the controls like label and the text box controls are disabled. So panel 1 dot enabled equals to false, and after that employee binding source dot the same thing reset bindings false. Okay, now click on the edit button. What will be happen in the edit button, that is the panel is will be enabled true. So panel 1 dot enabled equals to true, and after that your database binding source value will be redirected to the text boxes, or you can say that name text boxes dot focus first of all. When we click on the edit button, and when we click on the create button, just I want to create a new row in the binding source. Okay, so just try and catch it, and button 1 click it here where you create a new row inside your binding source. So first of all panel 1 enabled, so panel 1 dot enable. Okay, and after that name text box dot focus. Okay, the next thing is this dot employee database dataset dot employee dot add new employee row. Okay, add employee row. Just I want to add a new row in the data set. That is the in memory data you have to say. And just I want to add a new row in the in memory, so you can just pass it this dot employee database dataset dot employee. Dot new employee row. Just I want to add a new employee row in the employee database dataset just when we click on the create button. Okay, now after that you have to add a new employee row in the employee database dataset. Just after that you have to also set the employee binding source. After that data set is holding a one new row, so the employee binding source is move last. Okay, in the last position. And just pick up the file, that is pick up the image file, and the exception value will be the same, so just copy and paste. So using open file dialog equals to new open file dialog, and in which you can create just I want to set the filters also, and the multiple files I want to choose a single file only, so multiple file options make false. So filter is only I want to select the JPG files, so just you can choose JPG. Validate names is true and multiple file option makes as a false. Okay, now after that you have to select it and just open the file dialog. You have to select OK button, so just file dialog dot show dialog dot show dialog, and the dialog results is OK button, so just dialog result dot OK. After when we press the OK button, your file will be selected and display on the picture box. So just you can use picture box one dot image equals to the image dot from source, that is from file, and the file is file dialog dot file name. Okay, now the browse button is clear. Now after that when we press any key on the grid view, so just first of all check the key which is just I want to check it when we press on the enter key, you can say. So keys dot delete button I want to press on the data grid view. If the key code is double equals to key dot delete, then message box dot show, first of all, just you if you want to delete the file, or you can say that are you sure you want to delete the file. Just press the delete button on the row of your data grid view and you will got the message. Okay, so message box buttons dot yes no, message box icon that is question dialog result is okay. Okay, so just you have to cancel the row. And remove the current row from the grid view. So that is the code. So employee binding source dot remove current. Okay, so now the next thing is search text box. If the string is empty or null, just I want to say that if string is empty or null, then of the search text box, then result grid dot data source equals to what is the result grid, I mean to say that grid view. So data grid view, so that is the employee binding source, that is the source of your data. And if it is not set, then you get the result by using the lambda queries. So get it from the lambda query. Okay guys, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you got any type of error, please comment it, and just you can say that it is a demo of your Access database. If you want to more about the Access database, please comment it and learn many more things about your C# and Windows Form using Windows Form tutorials. So thank you guys for watching this video, and keeps watching all other videos, and also don't forget, please subscribe my channel and like this video.